scholarships to make it.
Yes, to make it all work. Yeah. I had all three of mine came through McDonough, but they were spaced so that we never had all three in college. But we did have two.
Yeah, we had two, but yes, but one in a little bit less. But my husband was very good about tucking money away because we knew we had 5 kids. Our goal was college, and they chose not to. That's fine. Our goal was. So far, we're okay.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. Okay. Anything?
Welcome to On Air, the show that highlights the people and programs that make Charles County Public Schools great. Over the next half hour, you will learn about the academic, athletic, and artistic accomplishments of Charles County Public Schools students. You will also meet the men and women who work hard to help these students succeed. We hope you enjoy our show. And now it's time for our first story.
You know, we always talk about the path to your college, the path to career starts now in elementary school. We want them to develop the attitude and the academic prowess and to get them thinking about the future now. Elementary school right now is the time where that foundation is being built. So while middle school, high school, you start taking some of the classes and getting some of the prerequisite work out of the way that you need for that, elementary school right now is the time where that foundation is being built.
I bet we could have some fun in Jobland.
Pause in Jobland is a computer-based program that has students explore the areas of work. What it does is it allows them in a fun, playful way to navigate and actually research and come up with different careers that are out there, things that they might not have thought about, things that they really want to do, but maybe they don't know what type of education is required for that.
I think it was pretty cool. Showed you all kind of got
about themselves. It's almost like a personality test. You know, do you like math? Do you like reading? Do you like acting? Do you like working with computers? Questions like that, they're able to think about what the things they do like to do, the things that they dislike, and then it narrows down their job search.
We need to know what we're going to do for our actual careers and when we grow up so we can know what to do and how to handle it.
If I go to a job I don't even know information about, I'm probably gonna get fired.
I just hope that they take away that jobs are important, and whatever job that you have, there's education and training required to do that. A lot of boys and girls, they have a career in mind that they would like to do, but they don't really understand what it takes or what they would have to do in their lives to achieve those goals. Part of this is to expose them to what education would I need, what steps would I need to take, and get them thinking about it. Go.
Defining moments don't come around often in anyone's lifetime. The St. Charles girls basketball program has not had many defining moments in its 4 years of existence, but that all changed on December 21st, 2017. This young lady, best known as Des, sank a free throw just like this and scored for the 1,000th time in a game. It's the first time any player in St. Charles achieved that milestone.
I didn't even know, I was on the free throw line and I just heard all this noise in the background, but I thought they were just happy because it was a close game, so I didn't even know, I was just focusing on the win.
Always want someone that's willing to sacrifice. So, I mean, even then after the game we lost, she, was willing to take a picture, and she knew that she had got the accomplishment. It just would have been that much sweeter if we won, and that's the type of player you want, a player that always wants to win.
Despite the loss to Leonardtown around Christmas, the rest of the season has been pretty joyful for the Spartans. As of late January, St. Charles has an overall record of 9-4 and sits second in the SMAC conference standings. A big reason they are second is because number one knows how to put the ball in the hole. Desiree has scored in double figures in all but 3 of her games this year.
She's, like I said, a natural talent. She's very coachable. Being the first in the gym, last one out. She's one of those talents that's, trying to strive to work hard as much as she can, and like I said, it's a pleasure to have her.
Like the days where I don't want to work and I'm lazy, he'll be the one running beside me. Come on, Des, hurry up. And I'll be like, okay, I'll start running.
That relationship is so solid, Des has no problems when her head coach tries other methods to enhance her performance.
Sometimes he'll be like, oh, you're not going to score. And I'll be like, okay, I'm going to prove you wrong, and I'm going to actually score. So it makes me better.
We just had a game where I was really hard on her, and she responded with 25 points of her own. So, like I said, it's a pleasure coaching her.
Head coach General Smith also appreciates Desiree's capacity to lead her team.
It's great to have that every day where you know that you're going to have someone who you're looking for to be in the gym, and they see her, they look up to her, just by her actions alone.
I'm not really a loud person, so I kind of lead by example. I know what to do and, when to do it, but I'm not that person come on, y'all, get over here.
Miss Shepard is also putting up impressive numbers in the classroom. She posted a 3.999 GPA last quarter and is a member of the school's ROTC, which is helping Desiree prepare for her future.
After I'm done with college, I want to be an MP, so maybe I know ROTC will help me go in the military. Teachers, they're really nice and they'll work with you. So I had this one teacher, Mr. Chisholm, he knew AP classes wasn't my thing, so he kept being there for me, helping me out and all that type of stuff.
Desiree intends to attend and play basketball at Frostburg after graduation. Before she heads off to Western Maryland, Miss Shepard has some goals she wants to achieve, including decorating the Spartans' gym.
Every time I'm in practice, I think, all right, what can I do better, to put a banner on the wall? When I come back, I can look on that wall and be like, I was the first one to do it, nobody else. And it's a lot of hard work, so can't nobody else say they got it, so.
That means a lot to you?
Yeah, it does.
So the 6th grade empowerment series was something that kind of developed out of need. So Ms. Winters, who's the 6th grade level administrator, and myself were talking, and we realized a lot of our 6th grade students had the same questions, the same concerns. They were just trying to figure out how to be successful in middle school. And even though we could tell them, it's been a long time since we've been in middle school, so why not hear it from someone that was just there? And so our 8th grade students said, can we talk to them? Can we give them advice? So we thought that the 6th grade empowerment series would give them the chance to hear from someone who had just been there. What was something that you learned in 2017?
I learned that it's not rough to get into fights and stuff.
So restorative practices are an opportunity for schools to be able to build community with students, to talk about difficult topics in a way where everyone is able to hear and listen appropriately.
What if people like to make fun of you and you're not even doing anything to them?
So, thing I can say is give them a warning.
They're also an opportunity for restorative circles where you can talk about the hot topics within the school.
All right, go ahead, Internet.
Okay, one question is like, did anybody ever like judge you for who you are, and like how did you take it?
People are gonna judge you no matter what. You just gotta realize that you yourself is an amazing person.
Those are the type of things that we like to address within a restorative circle, and also give students the chance to be able to improve behaviors.
I feel good because like I would know more things. Like if somebody's messing with me, then I don't know how to deal with it without fighting them.
They are helpful to me because I take advantage of that and I go do my own thing without the negative vibes.
The reason that it's restorative is because our 8th grade girls will share their struggles. And a lot of times that builds community because then the 6th graders see they have a lot in common.
All I can say is that I can't choose one of you. If you guys don't talk to each other, I can't change that, but I'll still be friends with both of you.
I like them because we can ask the 8th graders things that we didn't know. Like if we're going through the same thing, then they will have like advice to give us to like just get over it.
I feel like a good person because I'm able to give other kids the advice that I never really understood. And I feel like when it's like someone that's already been through it and is like kind of still in the same age range, if you explain it to them, it's like they will like be able to comprehend it better.
The goal is to continue to create community. We don't want our newest students to be intimidated by our upperclassmen. We want them to view them as a resource. So the goal is for every 6th grader to come away with tools to make them successful for the next few years of middle school, and for our 8th graders to realize they actually are prepared for high school because they've learned a couple things to help them be successful for the next 4 years.
So my lesson in 2017 was
Since 2005, North Point High School has been known for its career, technology, and education programs. Thousands of students have come here to earn credits for graduation while learning a real marketable skill they can take into the workforce in one of 17 areas. That number was going to be lowered to 16 after this school year.
The collision repair enrollment numbers were down. We were looking for the right instructor to carry the program through. We just couldn't find that person.
Enter this man, Jeff Edwards. He knows all about how finding a career can change your life.
As a young kid coming up, I came from a broken home, so there was a lot of unknowns of where you're going to head. I chose this program when I was in middle school. I went to the Career Technology Center at the time, which is now Stephen. When I graduated in '97, like I said, I was an auto body technician. I did that for 10 years and I opened up my own shop. I employ 15 men and women.
Mr. Edwards met with school officials and a partnership was born.
And it was very apparent to us that this was the way to go. He was committed to not only CTE education with the collision repair in Charles County, but the whole industry. And that's what really inspired us.
As an industry as a whole, we're in dire need of technicians. Our average technician right now is between the age of 45 and 50 years old. We need some young talent in there.
One of Jeff's main goals is to change the misconceptions of the collision repair program. The program teaches students more than just repairing dents and dings on cars.
You come to the collision program and you study the estimating side of it. That can lead you into the insurance field. And you study the paint side of it. That can also lead you into a sales rep for one of the major paint companies. There's a lot of STEM related. There's science, math, engineering. I mean, the list just goes on and on. It's endless.
Jeff estimates collision repairers can earn between $35,000 and $40,000 after graduation. If they keep training and growing on the job, the earning potential can be up to $100,000, and that's not too shabby. But let's say you don't want to go into the collision repair industry. There are other perks as well. Just ask these students.
I do have a thing for art. I like to draw, I like to paint sometimes, and I thought that I could do it on cars. We got to paint our panels, and we got to make panels out there too, so I really enjoyed those two things.
Me and my grandfather would work on cars all the time, and we would enjoy doing things like changing oil, changing tires, working on the body of the car, sanding things and whatnot. I just thought it was fun, and I wanted to come in here to see what it was all really about. Collision repair isn't easy, but with the teacher that we have, he tries to make it as easy as possible.
It's wonderful for our students. It gives them experiences that is, almost impossible for us to give through a traditional classroom with a traditional teacher.
Charles County Public Schools is extending enrollment for 9th graders to apply to several North Point CTE programs, including the revitalized Collision Repair Program. Parents and students should visit the school system's website and look under the CTE Programs tab for more information. Students might get the chance to learn something new about a skill or themselves or a calling, just like this man.
My motto is sky's the limit, but space is the place, and I always wanted to be the first man on Mars. I feel like I've gotten to Mars being a teacher to bring this program back. I feel privileged to be able to do that.
Course selections are a lot more intense at this level because of the options that our students are having. Instead of just maybe being on one track for a certain grade level, our students, by the time they get to junior year, have options, at least 4 or 5 different slots that they can choose from classes that they just enjoy, rather than having to take certain requirements. We're also looking at what their plans are after high school, so we're trying to bring in that piece of it as well when we're looking at their courses. So there are a lot more things to consider when you're selecting courses at the high school level. So this year we started online course selections through Synergy. Students are now able to go online themselves wherever they have internet connection, so they can log in at home, they can log in on their cell phones, and they can go in and select their courses online. And it's immediately uploaded to their program. We can then have access to it as well. Once we give them the first couple of steps, they're able to go with it.
It's a new way. I like it, instead of using the papers and such.
Just going through the whole process is fun because you're like, hey, I'm picking my new classes and it's easy.
It gives them a sense of ownership. It's on a platform that they're very familiar with. It makes their lives a lot easier because keeping up with sheets of paper was very difficult.
The logistics of this can be a little bit more worked on and much more simpler, but I'm liking the idea of this.
For us, it gives us almost an instantaneous view of what they've selected. And we don't have the paper that we're normally, accumulating over the years. I still have course selection sheets from years ago, but we won't have that anyway, and I like that.
Had theater already.
Oh,
okay.
take the,
So you take theater.
Right,
You got to take theater first. So they haven't had theater.
I'm glad we decided to go ahead and start it this year. As soon as we work out all the little kinks that we've come across, it'll be a really good thing for the county. I think it's going to save us money in the end. I'm very happy to have it.
And it's easiest too if you are going to put in your course.
Welcome to Newsbreak, the show covering everything happening around Charles County Public Schools. I'm Hayden Edwards. Our episode will introduce you to a new league that has some rigorous standards for students to participate. Plus, we celebrate school counselors and CCPS. But first, lace up your boots and put on your hard hats. Time for a tour.
Here's our superintendent on site. Shop construction.
On the last day of January, the Charles County Board of Education and Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kimberly Hill, braved the elements to tour 2 elementary schools. The first stop was Billingsley Elementary School, our newest school, where the building is under a roof. Charles County Public Schools' 37th school will be 2 stories and feature a wide variety of green and energy-saving features. There will be 249 geothermal wells, a reflective roof, and recycled materials used in the building itself. After seeing Billingsley's progress, board members and Dr. Hill swung over to the total renovation of Dr. Samuel A. Mudd Elementary School. The overhaul will add several new features, including a separate gym and cafeteria, plus a new entrance while still keeping some of Mudd's most distinguishable landmarks. We talked to several board members after the tour.
I am super excited that we are not only building a new school, but we are renovating Mudd, and it will allow for some of the overcrowding in our other schools to be reduced some and relieve the pressure that's put on them.
What I'm fascinated about is the multifunctional planning that went into these buildings. So it's not only going to meet educational needs, but will also be allowed for the community to take part in these facilities. So I'm just really impressed with that.
Both schools will open their doors for students at the start of the 2019-20 school year. We will update you on both projects in later episodes of Newsbreak. You won't find Jack of all trades listed as a job title in the staff directory on ccboe.com, but it certainly is an apt description of the school counselor. They help students in a variety of areas, from academics to personal growth to getting prepared for the workforce. While you will find school counselors at every Charles County Public School, there are slight but distinct differences at the elementary, middle, and high school levels. In elementary school, the school counselor builds basic foundational skills like confidence, communication, and decision-making students can use for the rest of their life. Counselors like Dr. Samuel A. Mudd Elementary School's Jason Peer also help students explore jobs and careers. Middle school counselors spend some of their time offering mediation services to students. An example of this is the Girl Empowerment Group at Mattawoman Middle School, where 8th grade girls talk to 6th grade girls about life's problems and how to deal with them. A high school counselor makes sure students are on track to graduate, whether it's helping them create a portfolio, apply to college, or select classes. We talked to some school counselors about the joys of their job.
I think the real reason why I do this job is because I get to be around kids every day. It's really nice to see the excitement in students, especially like doing the activity that we did today.
When I talk with the student and then, a couple of days or weeks later, I see that they're using something that we talked about, whether it's conflict resolution or study skills, I feel like, I've accomplished everything.
Most of our growth comes during these 4 years, and I love seeing that. I love seeing a student just transform.
You can watch more on each of these 3 counselors by going to ccboe.com/CCPS-TV. Click the On Air tab and you will find our 3-part series on the life of a school counselor featuring counselors at Dr. Mudd, Mattawoman, and St. Charles High School. Any video can be viewed on your computer, tablet, or phone, so check it out today. Speaking of Mattawoman Middle School, many male students are spending Tuesdays after school on the court. The school has its own Intramural League, which requires every player to be on point at school. Welcome to the Mattawoman Basketball Association, better known as the MBA.
Okay, red ball, let's go.
The league tipped off in January and runs for 8 weeks, 6 for the regular season and 2 for the playoffs. In order to play in the MBA, students have to sign a contract that requires them to display good study habits, make good decisions, and turn in assignments on time. Every player's teacher, whether they teach art or English, must sign off. If you don't get all the signatures, you don't play. You got your Warriors, Spurs, and 76ers, which are coached by a Mattawoman teacher or staff member. The league is the brainchild of math teacher Maurice Smith. He came up with the idea for the MBA after 150 boys tried out for a spot on the 12-man team. In just 1 year, the MBA has made a big impact on the school community.
For our teachers, and they've just been phenomenal. They get to build relationships with the students outside of the classroom, get to show extra interest in the students' lives. Parents are in full support because they see a renewed sense of energy and rigor in terms of getting their work done. They're more diligent at home, getting their homework done and everything because they want to participate.
The MBA is part of the Mattawoman's Positive Behavioral Interventions and Supports Program, better known as PBIS. It's time for News to Know, a segment that gives you the dates, times, places, and events that you need to know. That is why we call it News to Know. Schools will dismiss 2 hours early on February 16th and March 7th. All schools and offices will be closed on February 19th for President's Day. Here are some of the future dates for the SAT and ACT. The SAT will be held on March 10th. The ACT will be held on April 14th. Students should visit their school's counseling office to get more information on taking either test. That will do it for this edition of Newsbreak. I'm Hayden Edwards. Happy February, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Good evening. Sorry. Welcome to the 40th Annual Charles County Spelling Bee. My name is Velvet Gibson, the Instructional Specialist at Theodore G. Davis Middle School, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for this evening's program. I would like to begin by thanking the General Smallwood Orchestra, led by Ms. Megan Howell, for entertaining us with their musical selection. Let's give them a round of applause. Presented by Henry E. Lackey High School, Junior ROTC, under the direction of Chief Master Sergeant Robert L. Castellano, followed by Kritika Oli, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Kritika. I would now like to introduce Ms. Shayna Gold, Vice Principal of General Smallwood Middle School, who will give the welcome and introduce our special guest.
Good evening, and welcome to the Spelling Bee 2018. Mrs. Kiesling, the principal here at General Smallwood, told me at the beginning of the year that she was excited for this year's Spelling Bee, as it is her favorite event all year, and we have the pleasure of hosting. Unfortunately, she's not able to be here with us, and I am able to see firsthand what she gets so excited about. The students participating tonight represent a high standard of academic excellence. The time and energy they have spent preparing for tonight is beyond amazing. The countless hours of support provided by parents, coaches, and teachers is a small measure of what makes these students special. I now understand the excitement and can't wait to see what tonight brings. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our distinguished guests that are with us tonight. Mrs. Barbara Palco, Chairman of the Board. Mrs. Virginia McGraw, Board Member. Mr. Michael Lucas, Board Member. Mr. Peter Murphy, the President of the County Commissioners. And Mrs. Amy Holstein, our Deputy Assistant Superintendent. Students, take a deep breath. We're about to begin.
On behalf of Charles County Public Schools, I would like to acknowledge and thank the Educational Systems Federal Credit Union and the Charles County Public Library System for their many contributions to the Spelling Bee. Could the representatives from the Educational Systems Federal Credit Union and Charles County Public Libraries please stand and join me in giving them a round of applause for their support. Their continued support makes this annual event possible. Now, it is with great pleasure that I introduce the Spelling Bee coaches who will introduce the Spelling Bee team from their respective schools. First, we will have John Hanson Middle School, where their coach is Patricia Hodson.
We are the lucky ones to go first. I am Pat Hodson. It's my honor to introduce our team tonight. We have Daly Gaines, Major Frank Robinson, Dorian Aust, and Kelsey Jembu.
Up next, we have Mattawoman Middle School, and the coach is Richard Fletcher.
Representing Mattawoman this year, we have Adam Alatis, grade 6, Nina Dizan, grade 7, Samira Ansari, grade 8, and Shayla Haynes, grade 8.
Up next, we have St. Peter's, and the coach is Haley Potter.
Good evening. Representing St. Peter's, we have Dia Bonsu in 6th grade, Kathleen Kane and Abigail Vanas in 7th grade, Jasmine Flores and Bruce Reyes in 8th grade.
Up next, we have Milton Summers Middle School, and the coaches are Valerie Amon and Farah Wallet.
Good evening. I am pleased to introduce our team to you. 7th grader Jack Alcorn, 8th grader Gabriella Barbone, 7th grader Jordan Surfield, 8th grader Emily Winkler, and 7th grader Chloe Bautista. Thank you.
Next, we will have General Smallwood Middle School, where the coaches are Richard Weiss and Carla Joyner.
For our Smallwood team, we have in 6th grade, Akoso Mackenzie. In 8th grade, Temi Dapo Adeyemo. Tolu Dapo Adeyemo. Jaden Lockley, and Sarah Harmon. Thank you. Go Bulldogs.
At this time, we would also like to welcome and introduce Amanda M. Stewart, our County Commissioner for District 3. Our next school is Archbishop Neal School, where the coach is Cameron Potter.
Hi, my name is Cameron Potter. I'm with Archbishop Neal School. Today we have Nina Ferrero, an 8th grader, Alex Coughlin, a 7th grader, Aaron Mayers, 6th grade, Luke Wilkie, 6th grade, and Danica Atta, 6th grade. Thank you.
Our next school, St. Mary's Bryantown Catholic, and the coach is Vicky Bonney.
Good evening. Thank you for having us. This is our St. Mary's Bryantown team. It consists of Nate Schiavone, who is a 6th grader, Tyler Lloyd, grade 7, Jonathan Rand Crawford, grade 7, and Vincent Ward, grade 7. Thank you.
Our next school, Matthew Henson Middle School, where the coaches are Holly Darby and Debbie Holder.
I'm honored to introduce the Matthew Henson Middle School Spelling Bee team. We have Devin Knott in grade 6, Zara Ramak Dawala in grade 6, Olivia McNeil, grade 7, Joseph Martin, grade 8, and our wonderful alternate, Jocelyn Panone, grade 8.
Up next, we have Southern Maryland Christian Academy, where the coach is Candace Crawford and Lois Washington.
Good evening. I'm going to introduce our team from Southern Maryland Christian Academy, Spelling Bee team. We have Emmanuel Obey, grade 6, Brandon Brimage, grade 7, Billy Sweet, grade 7, Skylar Graybeal, grade 8, and Shelby Reed, grade 8.
Our next school is Pickawaxon Middle School, where the coach is Nancy Buter.
Good evening. My name is Harley Gilroy, and I am pleased to introduce the Pickawaxon Spelling Bee team. 8th grader Daniel Berthum, 7th graders Travis Jennings and Devin Burgunyer, and 6th grader Kessa West and me.
Before I introduce the next school, we would like to acknowledge Vic Samuels from the Educational Systems Federal Credit Union and welcome her. Our next school is Benjamin Stoddard Middle School, where the coach is Jonica Gaskell.
I'd like to introduce my team. I have Claire Augustin, 6th grade, Anaya Bent, 7th grade, London Brooks, 8th grade, and Antonio Green, 8th grade.
And last but not least, I'll try not to be biased. This is our school, Theodore G. Davis Middle School, where we have the coaches Kimberly Johnson and Natalie Gearhart.
Good evening. Spelling for Davis, we have Dennis Fuentes, grade 6, Karen Kumra, grade 6, Savion Williams, grade 7, and Alyssa Cummings, grade 7.
Next on the program is Mr. Jack Tuttle, social studies resource teacher, who will read the procedures for the spelling bee.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. As you might imagine, the spelling bee contest has a number of rules that are involved, so contestants, I'll ask you to listen intently, and audience, I'll ask you to bear with me as I take the next couple moments to go over these rules for the preliminary rounds of the spelling bee. And they are: school teams will approach the microphone together when it is their school's turn to spell. Contestants should return to their seats after spelling their word in the round. Each student will be given a new word to spell in each round. The caller will pronounce the spelling word once. After the caller gives the contestant a word, the contestant may choose to pronounce the word before spelling it, after spelling it, or not at all. If a contestant does not understand the word given, they may ask that the word be repeated, given in a sentence, ask for the part of speech, or given a definition. Judges have the right to disqualify a candidate who takes too much time. If a contestant begins spelling a word and then goes back to the first letter, they must spell the word in the same way on the second try. If the letters or sequence is changed in the respelling, the speller will be disqualified. Contestants who misspell a word will take a seat in the designated areas to join their coaches at the end of that round. Judges will verify the accuracy of each spelling. Any questions related to the spelling of a word should be referred to the judges immediately by the team coach. The deadline for making a protest is before the contestant affected would have received their next word had they stayed in the contest. The judges are in complete control of the bee. Their decision is final on all questions. Should there be a difference of opinion among the judges, the caller will give a new word to that contestant. The bee will continue by rounds until there are 3 to 5 participants remaining. These contestants will participate in the playoffs. And finally, and most importantly, we wish all the participants in tonight's contest the best of luck. Thank you.
Okay, it's finally the time that we've all been waiting. This next lady I will introduce is Miss Kathleen Davis. She's a high school resource teacher, and she will begin the first round of the spelling bee. Good luck to all of our contestants.
Good evening. Spellers, here we are, right at the beginning. If you've been part of the spelling bee before, then you might be familiar with this, but I think it's really important that we keep breathing. So right at the beginning, with me, we're all gonna inhale, hold it for a couple seconds, and then exhale. Okay, you ready? Inhale. Exhale. A little better. Everybody smile. Wave at the audience. And we're ready. You'll notice that we have 2 microphones here. It's to differentiate for height. So find one that best resonates with the level of your mouth, and you can speak into that. But we're going to have the whole team come forward at once. After you've spelled, you can return to your seat. Okay? We'll have our first team. Please approach the microphones. Antibiotic.
May I have the word repeated?
Antibiotic.
ANTIBIOTIC.
Correct. Cafeteria.
CAFETERIA.
Correct. Prosecute.
PROSECUTE.
Correct. Democracy.
DEMOCRACY.
Correct. Audience, we're going to ask that you hold your applause. I knew what was getting ready to come. What we're going to do is have everybody spell, and then we're just going to do a big applause for everybody at once. Okay? Next team, please approach the microphones. Hyphen.
Can I get a sentence, please?
Aaron couldn't decide whether to spell email with or without a hyphen.
HYPHEN.
Correct. Adios.
Can I get the word repeated, please?
Adios.
ADIOS. Adios.
Correct. Nether.
Can I get a definition, please?
Nether means lower, under.
Nether. NETHER.
Correct. Petunia.
Can you say the word again?
Petunia.
PETUNIA.
Correct. Next team, please approach the microphones. Renegade.
Renegade. May I please have the definition?
An individual who rejects the restraints of law or convention.
Renegade. RENEGADE. Renegade.
Correct. This word could be confused with a similar word. The word is aria. It's a noun. It means a melody, specifically an accompanied, extended, and usually elaborate melody sung by a single voice, as in an opera or oratorio.
May you repeat the word, please?
Aria.
Can I have the definition?
A melody, specifically an accompanied, extended, and unusually elaborate melody sung by a single voice, as in an opera or oratorio.
ARIA.
Correct. This word has a near homonym. Cobalt. It's a noun meaning a hard, magnetic, silver-white metallic element used to produce magnetic alloys and hard alloys resistant to abrasion, corrosion, and high temperatures.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Cobalt.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Cobalt is essential as a trace element in animal and plant nutrition.
Cobalt. C-O-B-A-L-T. Cobalt.
Correct. Diagnosis.
Can you please repeat the word?
Diagnosis.
Can you please give me the definition?
The art or act of identifying a disease from its signs and symptoms.
D-I-A-G-N-O-S-I-S.
Correct. Next team, please. Jaguar.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Jaguar.
May I have the definition?
A large, powerful cat ranging from Texas to Paraguay that is larger and stockier than the leopard or the cougar and is brownish yellow or buff with black spots.
May I have it in a sentence?
Although the jaguar is a good climber, it usually stalks its prey on the ground.
Jaguar. J-A-G-U-A-R. Jaguar.
Correct. Newfangled.
Can you give me the definition, please?
Recently made or of the most up-to-date style.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Kimberly had to learn how to use her newfangled cell phone.
N-E-W-F-A-N-G-L-E-D.
Correct. Prattle.
Could you repeat the word?
Prattle.
Could I hear the definition?
The trifling or empty talk or chatter.
Could you use it in a sentence?
The endless prattle on the bus ride annoyed Mr. Danton.
Could you repeat the word?
Prattle.
Prattle. P-R-A-T-T-L-E. Prattle.
Correct. Spritz.
Could you please repeat the word?
Spritz.
Could I please have the definition?
A spray, a squirt.
Could you please use it in a sentence?
Monica uses a spritz of hairspray to keep her bangs out of her face.
Could you please repeat the word?
Spritz.
Spritz. S-P-R-I-T-Z. Spritz.
Correct. Next team, please. Carnivore.
Can you please repeat the word?
Carnivore.
Carnivore. C-A-R-N-I-V-O-R-E.
Correct. Graffiti.
Graffiti. May you please repeat the word?
Graffiti.
Graffiti. G-R-A-F-F-I-T-I.
Correct. Nestle.
May you please use the word in a sentence?
When George sits on his couch, his cat will often nestle on his lap.
May you please repeat the word?
Nestle.
Nestle. Nestle. Nestle.
Correct.
Stipple.
Could you please repeat the word, please?
Stipple.
Use it in a sentence.
Eva will stipple a seashell design on her bathroom wall over the mirror.
Okay. Stipple. S-T-I-P-L-E. Stipple.
Incorrect.
Next team, please approach the microphone. Geoponics.
Will you please repeat the word?
Geoponics.
May I have a sentence?
George's study of geoponics led him to become a land management consultant in Central America.
Geophonics. Geoponics.
Incorrect.
Alamo.
Alamo. A-L-A-M-O. Alamo.
Correct.
Crochet.
Could I please have that in a sentence?
Linnea decided to work on her crochet during the airplane trip.
Crochet. C-R-O C-H-E-T. Crochet.
Correct.
Macron.
Can you please give me the origin?
We don't do origin.
Macron. M-A-C-R-O-N. Macron.
Correct.
Next team, please. Strudel.
Can you please give the definition?
You want the definition?
Yes.
A sheet of paper-thin dough rolled up with any of various fillings and baked.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
The flight attendant served the first-class passengers a light breakfast of coffee, juice, and strudel.
Strudel. S-T-R-O-O-D-L-E.
Incorrect.
Fresco.
Fresco. F-R-E-S-C-O. Fresco.
Correct.
Puma.
Can I please have a definition?
A large, powerful, tawny brown, unspotted cat, formerly widespread over most of the Americas.
Could you repeat the word?
Puma.
P-U-M-A.
Correct.
Cosmos.
Could I have the definition, please?
The universe conceived as an orderly and harmonious system.
Cosmos. C-O-S-M-O-S. Cosmos.
Correct.
Next team, please. Panzer.
Could you repeat that?
Panzer.
Could you use it in a sentence?
The Canadian War Museum spent 2 years restoring a World War II Panzer.
Panzer. Panzer.
Correct.
Anchovy.
Can I get the definition?
Any of a number of small herring-like fishes, especially a common Mediterranean form esteemed for its rich and peculiar flavor.
Can I get the word in a sentence?
Joshua removed every anchovy from his slices of pizza.
Anchovy. A-N-C-H-O-V-Y. Anchovy.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Salami. It's a noun meaning a highly seasoned sausage made of pork and beef.
Could you use it in a sentence, please?
Randy made a sandwich of salami and cheese.
Salami. S-A-L-A-M-I.
Correct.
Belay.
Could you use that in a sentence?
Instructors belay the students as they climb up the rock face.
Could I have the definition?
To secure a person at the end of a rope.
Could you repeat the word?
Belay.
B-E-L-A-Y.
Correct.
Next team, please. This word could be confused with a similar word. Croquette. It's a noun meaning a small cone-shaped or rounded mass consisting usually of minced fowl, meat, or vegetable coated with eggs and breadcrumbs and fried in deep fat.
Can you repeat the word?
Croquette.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Rita speared the chicken croquette with a fork and popped it into her mouth.
Croquette. C-R-O-K-E-T. Croquette.
Incorrect.
Folksiness.
Please repeat.
Folksiness.
Definition.
The quality of being informal, casual, or familiar, often artificially or excessively.
Folksiness.
Correct.
This word has a homonym, ductile. It's an adjective meaning capable of being permanently drawn out without breaking, specifically capable of being drawn out into wire or thread.
Can you repeat the word?
Ductile.
Ductile. D-U-C-K-T-L-E. Ductile.
Incorrect.
Flotilla.
Can you please repeat the word?
Flotilla.
Flotilla. F-L-O-T-I-L-L-A.
Correct.
Next team, please. Artichoke.
Artichoke. A-R-T-I-C-H-O-K-E. Artichoke.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word, lithe. It's an adjective meaning agile and easily flexed. Supple.
Can you say a definition, please?
It's agile and easily flexed. Supple.
L-I-E-T-H-E.
Incorrect.
Giraffe.
Giraffe. Giraffe.
Correct.
Siberian.
Can you repeat the word?
Siberian.
S-I-B-E-R-I-A-N, Siberian.
Correct.
Next team, please. Wagnerian.
V-U-G-N-E-R-I-A-N.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Praline.
Can you repeat?
Praline.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The praline is a favorite candy in some parts of the southern United States.
Definition, please.
A round patty of creamy brown sugar containing pecan meats.
Praline. P-R. A. W. L. I-N-E.
Incorrect.
Automaton.
What's the definition?
A contrivance or figure that appears to imitate the motions of humans or animals. A robot.
Automaton. A-U-T-O-M-I-T-O-N.
Incorrect.
Condolences.
Can you repeat the word?
Condolences.
Condolenses.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Post-mortem.
Post-mortem. P-O-S-T-M-O-R-T-O-N.
Incorrect.
Galleria.
May I have the definition?
A roofed and usually glass-enclosed promenade or court, as in a court at a shopping mall.
May you repeat the word?
Galleria.
Galleria. G-A-L-L-E-R-I-A. Galleria.
Correct.
Knavery.
May I have the definition?
The practices of a petty villain, fraud, trickery.
Knavery. Navery. Knavery.
Incorrect.
Pangolin.
Pangolin. Pangolin. Pangolin.
Correct.
Let's give our spellers a round of applause for round one. Spellers, if during that round you misspelled your word, we're going to ask you to come and join your coaches over in this section here. Spellers, you have successfully made it through round one. Smile, please. Ready? Deep breath in. Everybody breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Let's begin round two. Get our spell on. Quesadilla.
Can you spell the word? Can you repeat the word?
Quesadilla.
Quesadilla.
Incorrect.
Strategy.
Stragety.
Incorrect.
Rouge.
Can you repeat the word?
Rouge.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Loretta's mother said her daughter was way too young to wear rouge.
Rouge.
Incorrect.
Sombrero.
Can you repeat the word?
Sombrero.
Can you give the definition?
A high-crowned hat made of felt or straw with a very wide brim, usually rolled at the edges and worn especially in the Southwest and in Mexico.
Can you repeat the word?
Sombrero.
Sombrero.
Correct.
Next team, please. Apathy.
Repeat, please.
Apathy.
Sentence, please.
John worried that his daughter's apathy about going to the zoo meant that she was getting ill.
Definition, please.
Absence or lack of interest or concern, listlessness, indifference.
Apathy.
Correct.
Chalupa.
Could you repeat the word?
Chalupa.
Definition, please.
A fried corn tortilla, sometimes shaped like a boat and usually filled with a savory mixture as of meat, vegetables, or cheese.
May you give a sentence?
Hilda ordered a chalupa topped with refried beans.
Okay, Chalupa. Chalupa.
Correct.
Tamale.
Tamale. Definition?
Ground meat, seasoned with chili or other filling, rolled up in cornmeal dough, wrapped in corn husks, and steamed. You know, hang on just one moment. I want to reintroduce this word.
Okay.
The word has a near homonym. It's tamale, it's a noun, and it means ground meat seasoned with chili or other filling, rolled up in cornmeal dough, wrapped in corn husks, and steamed.
Okay. Couldn't it also be pronounced as tamale, or am I wrong?
There are no alternate pronunciations.
Okay. Can you repeat the word?
Repeat.
Yeah.
Tamale.
Tamao. I.
Incorrect.
Oh no.
Fatigue.
Fatigue.
Correct.
Next team, please. Ravioli.
Ravioli. May I please have the definition?
Pasta made in little shells or cases and stuffed as with cheese, spinach, or meat.
Ravioli. R-A-V-I-O-L-I. Ravioli.
Correct.
Allegory.
Can I have the definition?
The written, oral, or artistic expression by means of symbolic fictional figures and actions of truths or generalizations about human conduct or experience.
A-L-L-E-G-O-R-Y.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word, virtuoso. It's a noun meaning one who excels in the technique of an art, especially a musical performer.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Virtuoso.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
The virtuoso took 12 curtain calls, setting a new record for the concert hall.
Virtuoso. V-I-R-T-U-O-S-O.
Correct.
Amnesia.
Can you please repeat the word?
Amnesia.
Can you please give me a definition?
Loss of memory, sometimes including the memory of personal identity.
Can you please repeat the word?
Amnesia.
Can you please repeat the word?
Amnesia.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
Alice suffered from amnesia as the result of a head injury.
A-M-N-E. Can you please repeat the word?
Amnesia.
A-M-N-E-S. I-A.
Correct.
Next team, please. Thank you, audience. We appreciate your working with us on this. Matriarch.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Matriarch.
May I have the definition?
A woman that rules, often autocratically and usually to the exclusion of male precedence over her immediate family, or a large group made up of her more remote descendants.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The family plans to hold a gala celebration on the 90th birthday of its matriarch. So let me read that again. The family plans to hold a gala celebration on the 90th birthday of its matriarch.
Matriarch. M-A-T-R-I-A-R-C-H. Matriarch.
Correct.
Bolero.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Bolero.
Can you give me the definition, please?
A Spanish dance to music in three-quarter time and characterized by sharp turns and revolutions of the body and stamping of the feet and syncopated rhythm.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Miguel and Anna danced the bolero as the rest of the partygoers watched and clapped.
Can you please repeat the word?
Bolero.
B-E-L-A-R-O.
Incorrect.
Acronym.
Could you repeat the word?
Acronym.
Could I hear the definition?
A word formed from the initial letter or letters of each of the successive parts or major parts of a compound term.
Could I hear it in a sentence?
The word radar is an acronym of radio detection and ranging.
Could you repeat the word?
Acronym.
Acronym. A-C-R-O-N-Y-M. Acronym.
Correct.
Bratwurst.
Could you please repeat the word?
Bratwurst.
Could I please hear the definition?
Fresh pork sausage for frying or grilling.
Could I please have the sentence?
Karen is grilling bratwurst for the pool party.
Could you please repeat the word?
Bratwurst.
Bratwurst. B-R-A-T-W-U-R-S-T. Bratwurst.
Correct.
Next team, please. Chronology.
Can you please repeat the word?
Chronology.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The prosecuting attorney asked Brianna if she could recall the chronology of the evening's events.
Did you say chronology?
Are you asking me to repeat the word? Chronology.
Chronology. C-R-I-N-O-L-O-G-Y.
Incorrect.
Empanada.
Could you use the word in a sentence?
Luke was anxious to eat the empanada, an apple he had packed in his knapsack for the hike.
Can you give me the definition, please?
A pastry turnover stuffed especially with a savory meat filling.
Empanada. E-M-P-A-N-A-D-A.
Correct.
Taj.
May you please repeat the word?
Taj.
May you please use the word in a sentence?
The dervish was wearing a white taj made of felt.
May you please give a definition?
A cap worn in Muslim countries, especially a tall cone-shaped cap worn by dervishes.
Taj. T-A-J. Taj.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. This word has a near homonym. The word is pistachio. It's a noun meaning the edible green seed of a small tree of southern Europe and Asia Minor.
Can you please repeat the word?
Pistachio.
Pistachio. Pistachio.
Correct.
Musicale.
Could you please repeat the word?
Musicale.
Could I please have the definition?
A usually private concert of music, typically comprising a social entertainment.
Musicale. M-U-S-I-C-A-L. Musicale.
Incorrect.
Aristocracy.
Aristocracy. A-R-I-S-T-O-C-R-A-C-Y. Aristocracy.
Correct.
Next team, please. Alcohol.
A-L-C-O-H-O-L. Alcohol.
Correct.
Harpsichord.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Kristen heard the twangy tones of the harpsichord through the practice room door.
Harpsichord. Harpsichord. Harpsichord.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Etymology. It's a noun that means a branch of linguistics concerned with the history, often including the prehistory, of a linguistic form.
Could you please repeat the word?
Etymology.
Etymology. E-D-O-M-O-L-O-G-Y.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Participant.
Could you repeat that, please?
Participant.
Participant. P-A-R-T-I-C-I-P-A-N-T.
Correct.
Apostrophe.
Can I get the definition?
A mark used to indicate omission of one or more letters or figures, or to mark the possessive case of English nouns.
Can I get the word in a sentence?
Use of the apostrophe when forming plural nouns is a common punctuation error.
Apostrophe. A-P-O-S-T-R-O-P-H-E. Apostrophe.
Correct.
Melancholy.
Melancholy. Could you please repeat the word?
Melancholy.
Melancholy. M-E-L-A-N-C-H-O-L-Y. Melancholy.
Correct.
Neologism.
Could you repeat the word?
Neologism.
Could you use that in a sentence?
Nelson encountered a neologism in almost every paragraph of the article about computers.
Neologism.
Correct.
Next team, please. Enchilada.
Please use it in a sentence.
The sampler platter included a taco, an enchilada, and a burrito.
Please repeat.
Enchilada.
Enchilada. Enchilada.
Correct.
Misanthropy.
Will you please repeat the word?
Misanthropy.
Misanthropy. Misanthropy. Misanthropy.
Correct.
Next team, please. Grauple.
Can you repeat that?
Grauple.
Can I have a definition?
Granular snow pellets, called also soft hail.
Grouple?
Incorrect.
Mahal.
Can you repeat that?
Mahal.
Can you use the word in a sentence?
While in India, Rebecca visited an old mahal of a Raja.
M-A-H-O-L, Mahal.
Incorrect.
Concerto.
Can you repeat the word?
Concerto.
Can you use it in a sentence?
A violin concerto by Vivaldi concluded the orchestra's program.
C-O-N-C-I-E-R-T-O.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Relevant.
Relevant. R-E-V-E-L-A-N-T. Relevant.
Incorrect.
Piazza.
Can you please repeat the word?
Piazza.
P-I-A-Z-A. Piazza.
Incorrect.
Let's give our spellers a hand for that round. Spellers, those of you who misspelled your word in that round are going to be asked to join your coach in this section at this time.
You caught yourself. You caught yourself. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Okay, spellers, you have made it through 2 rounds and we're entering round 3. Ready? Smile. Deep breath in. Let it out. Good. First team, please approach the bench. This word has a near homonym. The word is cynical. It's an adjective meaning exhibiting feelings ranging from distrustful doubt to contemptuous and mocking disbelief.
Can you please repeat the word?
Cynical.
Can you use it in a sentence?
After his experiences on the professional ice skating tour, Scott was cynical about show business.
CYNICAL.
Correct.
Next team, please. Nougat.
Sentence, please.
Lynn's favorite chocolates are those that are filled with hazelnut nougat.
Definition.
A confection made by mixing nuts or sometimes fruit pieces in a sugar paste whose composition is varied to give either a chewy or a brittle consistency.
N-O-U-G-A-T.
Correct.
Perennial.
Definition, please.
Continuing or lasting for several years, used specifically of a plant that dies back seasonally and produces new growth from a part that lives over from season to season.
Sentence.
The garden is bare of flowers because the perennial plants have been cut down for their winter rest.
Could you repeat it?
Perennial.
P-E-R-E-N-N-I-A-L. Perennial.
Correct.
Gourami.
Can I get a definition, please?
Any of several small, brightly colored Asian fishes often kept in tropical aquariums.
Sentence, please.
Jonathan bought a colorful gourami for his new aquarium.
G-O-U-R-A-M-I.
Correct.
Next team. Rhetoric.
Rhetoric. May I please have the definition?
The art or practice of writing or speaking as means of communication or persuasion, often with special concern for literary effect.
Rhetoric. R-H-E-T-O-R-I-C. Rhetoric.
Correct.
Contrapuntal.
Can you please repeat the word?
Contrapuntal.
Can I have the definition?
Consisting of or relating to two or more distinct melodies combined into a unified musical composition.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Johann Sebastian Bach was a master of contrapuntal melodies.
Can you repeat the word?
Contrapuntal.
Contrpuntal.
Incorrect.
Phenomenon.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Phenomenon.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
To many complacent Americans, the civil rights movement began as a startling phenomenon.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Phenomenon.
Can you give me the definition, please?
An observable fact or event.
Phenomenon. P-H-E-N-O-M. A-N-O-N, phenomenon.
Incorrect.
Geronimo.
Can you please repeat the word?
Geronimo.
G-E-R. Can you please repeat the word?
Geronimo.
Geronimo.
Correct.
Next team, please. Dyslexia.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Dyslexia.
May I have the definition?
A variable, often familial learning disability that involves difficulties in acquiring and processing language, and that is typically manifested by a lack of proficiency in reading, spelling, and writing.
May I have it in a sentence?
In Maria's school, students with dyslexia are given special training to improve their reading, spelling, and writing.
Dyslexia. D-Y-S-L-E-X-I-A. Dyslexia.
Correct.
Provolone.
Could you repeat the word?
Provolone.
Could I hear the definition?
An often pear-shaped cheese of stringy texture made of plastic curd and hung in a net to cure.
Could I hear it in a sentence?
Alonzo ordered a tortilla stuffed with pepperoni and provolone.
Could you repeat the word?
Provolone.
Provolone. P-R-O-V-A-L-O-N-I. Provolone.
Incorrect.
Tachometer.
Could you please repeat the word?
Excuse me, I'm going to go back. I want to introduce this word correctly. This word could be confused with a similar word. Tachometer. It's a noun and it means a device for indicating speed of rotation.
Could I please have the definition again?
A device for indicating speed of rotation.
Could I please have it in a sentence?
By watching the tachometer, Mr. Henderson was able to keep the engine running higher than 3,000 revolutions per minute.
Could you please repeat the word?
Tachometer.
Tachometer. T-A-C-H-O-M-E-T-E-R. Tachometer.
Correct.
Next team, please. Oratorio.
May you please define the word?
It's a musical composition having a libretto based usually on a scriptural subject and consisting typically of recitatives, arias, choruses, orchestral interludes and accompaniment, and sometimes spoken dialogue, but having no action, scenery, or costume.
May you please repeat the word?
Oratorio.
Oratorio. O-R L-A-T-O-R-I-O.
Correct.
Next team, please. Nemesis.
Nemesis. N-E-M-I-S-I-S. Nemesis.
Incorrect.
Terrapin.
Can I please have the definition?
Any of various North American turtles living in fresh or brackish water.
Terrapin. T-E-R-R-A-P-I-N. Terrapin.
Correct.
Next team, please. This word could be confused with a similar word, patina. It's a noun meaning a surface appearance as a coloring or mellowing of something grown beautiful, especially with age or use.
Patina. P-A-T-I-N-A. Patina.
Correct.
Metamorphosis.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Complete metamorphosis is characteristic of beetles, butterflies, and moths, flies, and wasps.
Metamorphosis. M-E-T-A-M-O-R-P-H-I-S-I-S.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Carafe.
Could you repeat that?
Carafe.
Carafe. C-A-R-A-F-E. Carafe.
Correct.
Maelstrom.
Can I get the definition?
A powerful, often destructive water current that usually moves in a circular direction with extreme rapidity, a whirlpool.
Can you use it in a sentence?
A famous tidal whirlpool off the northern coast of Norway was the inspiration for Edgar Allan Poe's short story, A Descent into the Maelstrom.
Can you repeat the word?
Maelstrom.
Maelstrom. M-A-L-S-T-R-U-M. Maelstrom.
Incorrect.
Gestalt.
Gestalt. Could you repeat that, please?
Gestalt.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Excuse me. What number are you on? 170.
I skipped one page.
Okay.
I'm going to go, do you want to, I'm going to go back to where we said we were going to be.
All right.
I'm going to give you another word. Bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy. Could you repeat that, please?
Bureaucracy.
Could I get the definition?
A particular group of government officials.
Bureaucracy. B-U-R-E-A-U-C-R-A-C-Y. Bureaucracy.
Correct.
Synchronous.
Could you repeat the word?
Synchronous.
Could you use that in a sentence?
Suzette noticed that the ticking of the grandfather clock was synchronous with her pulse.
Could you give me the definition?
Recurring or operating at exactly the same periods, marked by strict and exact coincidence in time, rate, or rhythm.
S-Y-N-C-H
RONIS.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Pasteurize.
Please use the word in its definition.
Use it in a sentence. Dairies pasteurize milk before delivering it to stores.
Definition.
To subject to partial sterilization of a substance at a temperature and for a length of time that does not greatly change chemical composition, but does destroy many pathogenic organisms and other undesirable bacteria.
Please repeat.
Pasteurize.
P-A-S-T-U-R-E-I-Z-E.
Incorrect.
Wampum.
Can you please repeat the word?
Wampum.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Some of the oldest existing wampum represents agreements between Native American tribes and Catholic missionaries and is now in the Vatican collection.
Wampum. W-A-M-P-U-M. Wampum.
Correct.
And we are done with that round. Let's give them a hand. Spellers, if you missed your spelling word, we're going to ask you to vacate right now.
Good catch. No, good catch. Don't do 189 then. That's a gestalt.
Yes, yeah.
We'll skip gestalt when we get to it. Yeah, if you come to it, just skip it. No worries.
that's
it's
okay.
no worries.
No, no.
That's why we. Okay. No, you're fine.
Sorry, I was in panic mode all of a sudden.
Let's go to 190.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry about that. We didn't know. No, you're great.
Round spellers. Your number is down quite a bit, huh? Woo. You're getting ready. Take a deep breath in. Let's breathe. And out. Do you want to wave at somebody in the stands? Give them a little smile and a little wave, just to leave it. Okay. And we're into the beginning of round 4. You can approach the microphone. This word has a homonym, pneumatic. It's an adjective, and it means adapted for holding compressed air, inflated with air.
Can you repeat the word?
Pneumatic.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The development of the pneumatic tire was a major advance for the bicycle.
Can you repeat the word?
Pneumatic.
Can you say a definition?
Adapted for holding compressed air, inflated with air.
Can you repeat the word?
Pneumatic.
P-N-E-U-M-A-T-I-C.
Correct.
Next team, approach the microphone. This word could be confused with a similar word. Bara. It's a noun, and it means a sod or turf hut of northern Siberia or of Alaska, especially a hut of the Aleutian Islanders built partly or wholly underground.
Can I have a part of speech, please?
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
Part of speech, please?
It's a noun.
Any alternate pronunciations?
No alternate pronunciations.
B, A, R, A, B, A, R, A.
Correct.
Ameliorate.
Definition?
To make better, improve.
Sentence?
The activists hope that their efforts will ameliorate prison conditions.
Could you repeat it?
Ameliorate.
A, E, L, I, A, R, A, T, E.
Kathleen, could you give the speller another word, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Deep breath in. New word. Dichotomy.
Definition?
A division into two. Differentiation into two contrasted or sharply opposed groups.
Sentence?
Ancient philosophers frequently wrote of a dichotomy between reason and passion.
Could you repeat it?
Dichotomy.
D, I, C, O, T, O, M, Y?
Incorrect.
This word has a homonym. Stollen. It's a noun, and it means a sweet yeast bread containing fruits and nuts, usually made in a long oval loaf.
Can you repeat the word again?
Stollen.
S-C-H-O-L-E-N?
Incorrect.
Next team, please. This word could be confused with a similar word, motif. It's a noun meaning a usually recurring conspicuous thematic element or feature, as in a work of art.
Motif. M-O-T-I-F. Motif.
Correct.
Jiva.
Can you please repeat the word?
Jiva.
J-I-V-A.
Correct.
Next team, please. Kovsh.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Kovsh.
May I have the definition?
A ladle or drinking vessel with a boat-shaped bowl and a handle at one end.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The silver kovsh made by Fabergé sold for $20,000 at the auction.
Kovsh. K-O-V-S-H. Kovsh.
Correct.
Blasé.
Could you please repeat the word?
Blasé.
Could I please have the definition?
apathetic to pleasure or life, especially as a result of excessive indulgence or enjoyment.
Could I please have it in a sentence?
Jillian is blasé about amusement parks because she lives just 1 mile from Disneyland.
Could you please repeat the word?
Blasé.
Blasé. B-L-A-S-E. Blasé.
Correct.
Next team, please. Spin it.
May you please repeat the word?
Spin it.
May you please use the word in a sentence?
When Grandma sat down at the spinet, the family gathered to sing carols.
May you please give the definition?
A small upright piano whose back barely rises above the keyboard.
Spin it. S-P-I-N-E-T.
Correct.
Next team, please. Waterzooey.
Can you please repeat the word?
Waterzooey.
Can you please give me the definition?
A stew of chicken or seafood and vegetables in a seasoned stock, thickened with cream and egg yolks.
Waterzooey. W-A-T-E-R-Z-U-I-E.
Incorrect.
Next team. Paradigm.
Paradigm. P-A-R-A-D-I-G-M. Paradigm.
Correct.
Next team. Innocuous.
Could you repeat that, please?
Innocuous.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Betty was dismayed when Harry interpreted her innocuous remark as an insult.
Could I get the definition?
Not likely to arouse hostility or give offense. Inoffensive.
Innocuous. I-N-N-O-C-U-O-U-S. Innocuous.
Correct.
Narcissistic.
Narcissistic. Could you please use that in a sentence?
Many people remember Muhammad Ali's early narcissistic claims.
Could I get the definition, please?
Of or relating to over-evaluation of one's own attributes or achievements, or of those of one's own group.
Could you repeat that, please?
The word?
Yes.
Narcissistic.
Narcissistic. N-A-R-C-I-S-S-I-S-T-I-C?
Correct.
Next team. Arachnid.
Arachnid. Could you please repeat that?
Arachnid.
Arachnid. A-R-A-C-H-N-I-D. Arachnid.
Correct.
Let's give him a hand. We're going to say goodbye to those of you who misspelled your word in that round and ask that you join your coaches on this side, please.
Did you understand why we asked for the extra word? Okay. Okay, thank you. Do you understand why we asked for the extra word?
Yeah,
Okay, spellers. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. You see me turning the pages. That means the words are getting harder, and you're hanging with it. So way to go. Way to be there. We ready to begin this round? Let's go. Come on up. Apartheid.
Can you repeat the word?
Apartheid.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Frederick Wilhelm de Klerk, President of South Africa from 1989 through 1994, shared the Nobel Peace Prize with Nelson Mandela for their role in the ending of apartheid.
Can you say the definition?
A former policy of segregation and political and economic discrimination against non-European groups in the Republic of South Africa.
Can you repeat the word?
Apartheid.
A-P-A-R-T-H-E-I-D.
Correct.
Next team, please. Peccadillo.
Sentence, please.
The mayor regarded his misuse of campaign money as a common peccadillo.
P-E-C-C-A-D-I-L-L-O.
Correct.
Next team, please. Recidivist.
Recidivist. May I please have the definition?
One who persists in crime, a habitual criminal.
Will you please repeat the word?
Recidivist.
Recidivist. R E C E T I V I S T.
Incorrect.
Archipelago.
Can you please repeat the word?
Archipelago.
Can you please give me the definition?
A group or cluster of islands.
Can you please repeat the word?
Archipelago.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
The country of Indonesia is an enormous archipelago.
A-R-C-H-I-P-E-L. A-R-C-H-I-P-E-L-A-G-O.
Correct.
Next team, please. Soliloquy.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Soliloquy.
May I have the definition?
A discourse made by one in solitude to oneself, a monologue.
Can you use it in a sentence?
At the talent contest, Angelo stepped into the spotlight and recited Hamlet's famous soliloquy that begins, "Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I."
Soliloquy. S-O-L-I-L-O-Q-U-Y. Soliloquy.
Correct.
This word has a homonym, taupe. It's a noun meaning a light brownish gray.
Could you please repeat the word?
Taupe.
Could you please use it in a sentence?
It took some time, but Pam finally matched the taupe of her dress to a pair of shoes.
Could you please repeat the word?
Taupe.
Taupe. T-A-U-P-E. Taupe.
Correct.
Next team, please. Gynarchy.
May you please repeat the word?
Gynarchy.
May you please give the definition?
It's a government by women.
May you please use it in a sentence?
Although it has had a few male officers, Rita's Investment Club has always been a gynarchy.
Gynarchy. G-I-N-E-R-C-K-Y?
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Asana.
May you please give me the definition?
Manner of sitting, as in the practice of yoga, a posture.
May you use it in a sentence?
After Chuck's car accident, he found it difficult to assume his favorite yoga asana.
Asana. A-S-O-N-A. Asana.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. This word has a homonym. Segue. It's a verb meaning to make a transition from one activity, topic, scene, or part to another, as or as if part of a natural progression.
Could you repeat that, please?
Segue.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Senator Ward will segue to a new topic in his speech with an anecdote.
Could I get the definition?
To make a transition from one activity, topic, scene, or part to another, as or as if part of a natural progression.
Segue. S-E-G-U-E.
Correct.
Tertiary.
Tertiary. Could you repeat that, please?
Tertiary.
Could I get the definition?
Third in order or importance, preceded by two others.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Hitting a home run was tertiary to Larry. Getting on base and winning the game was more critical.
Could you repeat that? The word.
Tertiary.
Tertiary. T-E-R-T-I-A-R-Y. Tertiary.
Correct.
Next team, please. Asthmagenic.
Asthmagenic. Can you please repeat that?
Asthmagenic.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
Patients with a respiratory illness are cautioned to avoid asthmagenic agents such as dust, fumes, or smoke.
Can you please repeat that?
Asthmagenic. Spellers, if you misspelled your word, please join your coaches. Everybody ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Audience members, give a wave to your favorite speller up here. Here we go. Giving you a wave. Good. All right. That was one of those audio waves, right? Got it. Okay, ready? Here we go. Spellers, approach the microphone. Punctilio.
Can you repeat that?
Punctilio.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Tim's parents strictly enforce the punctilio that his guests remove their shoes before entering the family's house.
Can you say the definition?
A point of behavior about which one is fastidious.
Can you repeat it?
Punctilio.
Can you repeat it again? Sorry.
Punctilio.
Punctilio.
Correct.
Next speller. Sauerbraten.
Can I get a sentence, please?
Helga is preparing sauerbraten to serve at the family reunion.
Definition?
Oven roasted or pot roasted beef marinated in a vinegar solution with peppercorns, garlic.
E-R. B-R. May I have a part of speech?
It's a noun.
Sauerbraten.
Correct.
Next speller, please. Repertoire.
Can you please repeat the word?
Repertoire. Keist.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Keist.
May I have the definition?
Inner vital. Carrie felt cold to the keist.
Keist. K-E-E-S-T. Keist.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Madeleine. It's a noun meaning a small, rich cake baked in a tin shaped like a shell.
Could you please repeat the word?
Madeleine.
Could you please use it in a sentence?
Newt skipped the main course and went straight to the Madeleine.
Could you please repeat the word?
Madeleine.
Madeleine. M-A-D-E-L-E-I-N-E. Madeline.
Correct.
Next team, please. Einkorn.
Could you repeat that?
Einkorn.
Einkorn. E-I-N-K-O-R-N.
Correct.
Corpuscle.
Corpuscle. Could you repeat that, please?
Corpuscle.
Could I get the definition?
A living cell, usually one that is somewhat isolated and not aggregated into continuous tissues.
Could you use it in a sentence?
In the science fiction movie, a white corpuscle attacked the tiny ship as it traveled through the bloodstream.
Could I get the part of speech?
Noun.
Could you repeat it?
Corpuscle.
Corpuscle. C-O-R-P-U-S-S-E-L.
Incorrect.
Let's give them a hand. Okay, spellers, if you missed your word in that round, we're going to ask you that you join your coaches. Parents and family, how are you doing? Would you still be sitting up here? Were you to be part of the team? Yeah? Okay, here's some yes. Okay, good. Here we are.
going to the back of the book.
It looks, 416 looks about right where we are as R-wise.
Okay.
Are we all right with that?
Okay, spellers. Deep breath in. Let it out. One more. In. And out. And we'll get our spell on. Come on up. Colonnade.
Can you repeat that?
Colonnade.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The library's facade is distinguished by a marble colonnade.
Can you say a definition?
Definition? A series or range of columns placed at regular intervals.
Can you repeat the word?
Colonnade.
Can you say it in a sentence?
The library's facade is distinguished by a marble colonnade.
Can you repeat the word?
Colonnade.
Coulmnade.
Incorrect.
Next speller, please. Preposterous.
Sentence, please.
Louise woke up laughing from her preposterous dream.
Part of speech, please.
It's an adjective.
P-R-E. P-O-S. T-U-R-E-S.
Incorrect.
Next speller, please. Vamplate.
Can you please repeat the word?
Vamplate.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
Griffin read the description of the steel vamplate from the 1500s and was surprised to learn that the Italian armor was probably actually used in jousting tournaments.
Can you please give me a definition?
A round plate of iron mounted on the shaft of a lance or tilting spear to protect the hand.
Can you please repeat the word?
Vamplate.
V-A-M-P-L-A-T-E.
Correct.
Next team, please. Auditorium.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Auditorium.
May I have the definition?
A room, hall, or entire building specially designed for stage and film presentations, concerts, recitals, lectures, and audiovisual features and activities.
May I have it in a sentence?
Before the first rehearsal for the musical, the director held a cast meeting in the school auditorium.
Auditorium. A-U-D-I-T-O-R-I-U-M.
Correct.
Dubitable.
Could you please repeat the word?
Dubitable.
Could I please have the definition?
Open to doubt or question.
Could you please use it in a sentence?
Bo's claim that the major league team is going to win the World Series is more than a little dubitable given their less than impressive record.
Could you please repeat the word?
Dubitable.
Dubitable. D U B I T A B L E. Dubitable.
Correct.
Next speller. Virgo.
Could you repeat that, please?
Virgo.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Virgo is symbolized by a maiden holding wheat,
Could I get the definition?
the sixth sign of the zodiac.
Could you repeat the word?
Virgo.
Virgo. V-E-R-G-O.
Incorrect.
Let's give them a hand. Okay, spellers, if you missed your word in that round, please join your coaches. I'm going to call Jack now. Okay, this marks the end of the general rounds, and we're going to move now into a different set of rules for the finalist round. Let's give our finalists an extra big applause.
Okay, contestants and audience. As a reminder from the earlier reading of the contest rules, when the number of spellers has been reduced to 5 or fewer after the completion of any round, an announcement will be made that these are the finalists of the spelling bee, and the team competition will be concluded. In case we aren't clear, this is that announcement. Spellers will now continue to compete by rounds, advancing to the correct spelling of one championship word in the following manner. First, if none of the spellers remaining in the spelling bee at the start of a round spells a word correctly during that round, all remain in the competition and a new round begins. Secondly, if only one speller spells correctly in a round, a new one-word round begins and the speller is given an opportunity to spell the next word on the list. If the speller succeeds in correctly spelling the anticipated championship word in this one-word round, the speller is declared the champion. Third, if a speller misspells the anticipated championship word in a one-word round, a new round begins with all the spellers from the previous round. These spellers spell in their original order. And finally, and most importantly again, we wish all the remaining participants the best of luck.
Okay, spellers and audience members, do it with them as support. Let's all breathe in and out. And we can have our spellers approach the microphone. Protuberance.
Can you please repeat the word?
Protuberance.
Can you please give me a definition?
Something that bulges beyond the surrounding or adjacent surface.
Can you please repeat the word?
Protuberance.
Can you please repeat the word?
Protuberance.
Can you please give me the definition?
Something that bulges beyond the surrounding or adjacent surface.
P-E-R-T-U. Can you please repeat the word?
Protuberance.
P-E-R-T-U-B-U-L-A-N-C-E.
Incorrect.
This word could be confused with a similar word, cholera. It's a noun meaning any of several diseases of humans and domestic animals, usually marked by severe gastrointestinal symptoms.
May I have it in a sentence?
Access to clean water is one of the most effective ways to prevent outbreaks of cholera.
Cholera. C-O-L-O-R-G-A.
Incorrect.
Interrogation.
Could you please repeat the word?
Interrogation.
Could I please have the definition?
The act of questioning, typically with formality, command, and thoroughness for full information and circumstantial detail.
Could I please have it in a sentence?
The police hoped that interrogation of witnesses would turn up several leads.
Could you please repeat the word?
Interrogation.
Interrogation. I-N-T-E-R-R-O-G-A-T-I-O-N. Interrogation.
Correct.
Okay, I give you this next word. If you spelled this word correctly, you're the championship. It's a potential championship word. Ready? Deep breath in. Out. Rembrandt.
Could you please repeat the word?
Rembrandt.
Could I please have the definition?
A dark grayish brown that is slightly less strong than average chocolate brown.
Could you please use it in a sentence?
The color Rembrandt is similar to the dark backgrounds of paintings by the artist of the same name.
Could you please repeat the word?
Rembrandt.
Rembrandt. R-E-M-B-R-A-N-D-T. Rembrandt.
Correct.
Huge congratulations to our winners and to the winning team, but we have to decide a second place winner in our competition tonight. So I'm gonna ask that our champion maybe have a seat here for just a second. And I'd like you both to come on and approach the microphone. And we're just gonna play a little mini round here until we determine the second place, okay? Deep breath in and out. Convergent.
Can you please repeat the word?
Convergent.
C-O-N. Can you please repeat the word?
Convergent.
C-O-N. VER. Can you please repeat the word?
Convergent.
CONVER. GENT.
Correct.
Fusible.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Fusible.
May I have the definition?
Capable of being liquefied by heat.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Surrey used fusible interfacing to help add strength to the collar of the shirt she was sewing.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Fusible.
Fusible. FUSEABLE. Fusible.
Incorrect.
Wait.
Okay, you approach one more time. So I'm going to ask you this word. This is your particular placement word. This word could be confused with a similar word, sessile.
Can you please repeat the word?
Sessile.
Can you please use it in a
I'm sorry,
sentence?
let me do the whole deal. This word could be confused with a similar word, sessile. It's an adjective, and it means permanently attached, not free to move about.
Can you please repeat the word?
Sessile.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
Sea anemones are sessile and must wait for their food to come to them.
CECILE.
Incorrect.
All right. Deep breath, and we're kind of back to the beginning of a round now. Jasmine was first? Okay, Jasmine, going to come back to you. This is now the beginning of a new round. Kinesiology.
Can you please repeat the word?
Kinesiology.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
Juliet received her bachelor's degree in kinesiology before going to graduate school for physical therapy.
Can you please give me the definition?
The study of the principles of mechanics and anatomy in relation to human movement.
Alternate pronunciation?
Kinesiology. Kinesiology.
Can you please repeat the word?
Kinesiology.
CIN. Can you please repeat the word?
Kinesiology.
EASIOLOGY.
Incorrect.
Plenary.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Plenary.
May I have the definition?
Fully attended or constituted, including all entitled to be present.
May I have it in a sentence?
Because of the important bills to be voted on, the legislature convened a plenary session.
Plenary. PLENERY. Plenary.
Incorrect.
Deep breath. We're back to the beginning of another round. Commodogenic.
Commodogenic. Can you please give me the definition?
Tending to clog pores, especially by the formation of blackheads.
Can you please repeat the word?
Comedogenic.
Can you please repeat the word?
Comedogenic.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
Ginny avoids using comedogenic products on her skin because she's prone to breakouts.
COMID. OGENIC.
Incorrect.
Taqueria.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Taqueria.
May I have the definition?
A Mexican restaurant specializing especially in tacos and burritos.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Lori and Maggie go for tacos at a local taqueria every Friday.
Taqueria. Tacoria. Taqueria.
Incorrect.
One moment, Stella. Okay, new round. Courteous.
Can you please repeat the word?
Courteous.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
The customer relations representative was courteous and efficient.
Can you please give me a definition?
Marked by respect for and consideration of others. Well-mannered.
Can you please repeat the word?
Courteous.
Can you please repeat the word?
Courteous.
CURTIOUS.
Incorrect.
Assumption.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Assumption.
May I have the definition?
Something that is taken for granted, a supposition.
Can you use it in a sentence?
While writing on the whiteboard, Mrs. Minter learned quickly that her assumption that she knew how to spell the word assumption was in fact incorrect.
Assumption. ASSUMPTION. Assumption.
Correct.
One moment. Okay. One more. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Potential placement word. Commodify.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Commodify.
May I have the definition?
To turn as an intrinsic value or a work of art into a commodity.
May I have it in a sentence?
Abraham refused to commodify his paintings just for the sake of profit.
Commodify. COMODIFY. Commodify.
Incorrect.
Deep breath, speller. New round. This word has a homonym, parry. It's a verb meaning to ward off a weapon or blow by means of a defensive action.
Can you please repeat the word?
Parry.
Alternate pronunciation.
Parry.
PARRY.
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to switch. Arrears.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Arrears.
May I have the definition?
The state of being behind in the discharge of duties, obligations, or responsibilities.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Mark's landlord sent him notice that he was in arrears with his rent payments.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Arrears.
Arrears. A-R-E-E-R-S, arrears.
Incorrect.
Jasmine, approach the microphone. Deep breath in. Potential placement word. And it is bounteous.
Can you please repeat the word?
Bounteous.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
The oak trees provided the squirrels a bounteous crop of acorns.
B-O-U-N-T-I-O-U-S.
Incorrect.
Deep breath. New round, so I believe we start again. This word has a homonym. Appetite.
Can you please?
It is a noun, meaning one of the instinctive desires necessary to keep up organic life, especially the immediate desire to eat when food is present.
A-P-P-E-T-I-T-E.
Correct.
Please step aside for a moment. Comportment.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Comportment.
May I have the definition?
Manner of bearing, demeanor.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The mysterious woman who claimed to be a princess had a regal comportment and a very tasteful wardrobe.
Comportment. C-O-M-P-O-R-T-M-E-N-T, comportment.
Correct.
We begin a new round. Please flip. Quiddity.
Can you please repeat the word?
Quiddity.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
Marilyn is a popular wedding photographer, in part due to her innate ability to capture the quiddity of her subjects. I'm sorry. I want to say that sentence again, repronouncing that word. Marilyn is a popular wedding photographer, in part due to her innate ability to capture the quiddity of her subjects.
Quiddity?
Quiddity.
Can you please repeat the word?
Quiddity.
Can you please give me the definition?
The essential nature or ultimate form of something.
Quiddity?
Quiddity.
Q U T-I-T-Y.
Incorrect.
This word could be confused with a similar word, ibis. It's a noun meaning any of several wading birds related to the herons and that inhabit warm regions in both hemispheres and feed on aquatic and amphibious animals and are distinguished by a long, slender, downwardly curved bill.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Jorge's favorite animal at the zoo is the scarlet ibis.
Ibis. I-B-I-S. Ibis.
Correct.
Deep breath. Potential placement word. Polenta.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Polenta.
May I have the definition?
Mush originally made of chestnut meal, but now principally of cornmeal, or sometimes of semolina.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Polenta.
Polenta. P-O-L-E-N-T-A. Polenta.
Correct.
All righty. So we are going to begin our presentation of awards. If we could have everyone take their seats for a moment. That was a fantastic round. Can we give another round of applause for all of the participants in today's spelling bee? We will now have presentations of prizes and awards by Mrs. Amy Holstein, Deputy Superintendent of Charles County Public Schools, Ms. Vic Samuels, Vice President of Community Relations for the Educational Systems Federal Credit Union, and joining them will be Mr. Peter Murphy, President of Charles County Commissioners, and Amanda Stewart. I will. For the first award for year-long bragging rights, I'd like to congratulate Milton Summers Middle School for winning the 2018 Charles County Spelling Bee, led by Mrs. Valerie Ammon and Stephanie Wallen. Excuse me. Coaches, please come and reintroduce your winning team.
Our winning team consists of Jack Alcorn, Gabby Barbone, Emily Winkler, and our alternate, Chloe Batista. And Jordan Surfield.
Next, we'd like to recognize Jasmine Flores, Jack Alcorn, and Emily Winkler as the 2018 finalists for finishing in the final round of the 2018 Charles County Spelling Bee. Congratulations. At this time, we'll have Ms. Vic Samuels, the Vice President of Community Relations for Educational Systems Federal Credit Union, with a few remarks.
Okay, so I breathed in and breathed out every time she said, breathe in. I'm so nervous. I get a chance to experience spelling bees off and on during this period, and I just have to say to each of you and everybody, all of you who competed today, you all are champions. It took being a winner to be here tonight, so congratulations to each and every one of you. Absolutely. So, you know, for Educational Systems Federal Credit Union, our core purpose is serving the education community. And so it would make sense that we would be here to support Charles County Public Schools Spelling Bee. It is about learning to spell, and the meanings of the words do not depend on spell check. Do not depend on spell check. And if you want to get scared, just think if all of the computers went down and you had to communicate with someone. It is just so important to know how to spell, and it's not just about spelling, it's about knowing the meanings of the words so you don't put the wrong word in the place that you thought was going to be right. So congratulations. Milton Summers, I mean, you guys are just awesome. Oh, my word. And so it is our pleasure to present to the winner this basket of goodies. Come, winner. Ta-da! Here you go. Look at this bag. Oh, and look, you're just covered with... Yes, oh, yes, go ahead.
And our winner, because we didn't say her
That's
name
right.
yet, and I know that Mom and Dad and Aunt Linda, Emily Winkler.
Yes, Emily. And I want to get a pen. Inside that bag of goodies is a $500 Visa gift card to help you compete at Scripps. Okay? Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Samuels. At this time, we also would like to reintroduce the first runner-up, Jack Alcorn. He will represent Charles County if the champion is unable to attend the National Spelling Bee. Congratulations again, Jack. And a huge round of applause again for Emily Winkler, who is moving on to the National Spelling Bee and representing Charles County Public Schools. Congratulations to all the spellers. Thank you to the audience for your great participation. To all of our guests here, we thank you for coming out. This concludes our program for the evening. Thank you for your support. Please drive safely and have a good night.